This video is a general advice on how to excel in your next NHS job interview. It's more like a guarantee. I'm sharing the secret on how to pass NHS job interviews. If you have an interview but it's not NHS interview, you can still watch this video. It's still applicable to other type of interviews, but it's more relevant to NHS job interviews. And if you watch this video to the end and you get the offer letter you've been waiting for, I would like you to come back to this channel, comment I have gotten the offer because of this video, and subscribe to my channel. I will be waiting. Without wasting much of your time, let's get straight to the video. My first advice is that you research the trust that you have an interview with. So, what do I mean by this? Understand the job description, understand the person's specification, understand your role, your responsibility, understand the trust values, understand the trust mission, understand the location of the trust, know about the trust, and this is the first thing you have to do. Alright, this is really important, guys. Very important, because when you answer questions, you have to show your hiring manager or the interviewer that you read about the trust, and they'll be very impressed. If you don't take anything out of this video, take this particular advice seriously. So, the next step or the next tip is for you to prepare common questions. Let's be honest, we can't prepare all the questions, all the interview questions. We cannot do that, but we can research the common ones. You have to prepare for at least 15 or 10 common interview questions. Prepare and know these common interview questions, alright? When you do this, you have a guarantee of passing 70% of the questions that will be asked. So what are the common interview questions? The first question is, tell me about yourself. When you plan this question very well, this particular question, when you plan and structure your answer, you will gain a very high score. So you write down how you're going to answer. Tell me about yourself. You write down intelligent questions you will ask at the end of the interview. You have already succeeded in answering 2 questions. Tell me about yourself, and do you have any questions for us? Alright, so you also prepare other relevant questions like situational questions. Example, conflict resolution. Tell me about a time you resolved a conflict. Tell me about a time you went above and beyond. These are some of the common interview questions. So do your research about the common interview questions in your line of practice. Prepare them and be ready to answer them on that particular day. Don't stress yourself trying to know everything. Just know these common questions, know the trust values, and you are going to excel. My next advice would be to show teamwork. Obviously, in the NHS, you will work with the doctors, the nurses, the therapists. You will work with admin, HCA, mention them. There is never a time you will be left alone. So demonstrating teamwork in your answers is a very serious, is general. There is no interviewer that is not looking out for teamwork skills. Alright, my next advice is that you demonstrate patient-centered care. Listen to that again. Demonstrate patient-centered care. I'm not going to stress about this. I believe you know what patient-centered care is. You have to demonstrate that you are tailoring your care, you're tailoring your treatment, you're tailoring your rehabilitation to the need of the patient. You are treating the patient according to their needs, according to their goal. I would like you to do a research on how to incorporate patient centered care in your answer. When you do this, you will excel. Trust me, you will excel. The next advice is to highlight your communication skills. When we talk about communication skills, it's a very broad topic. We're talking about good listening skills, good verbal and non-verbal communication skills. So it's not just about you talking, it's about your ability to listen, it's about you being able to talk to your patient regardless of of their challenge. They might have learning disability, they might be non-verbal. How do you communicate with your patient? How do you listen to them? So you need to find out how you're going to impress your hiring manager that you have great communication skills. And the only way you're going to demonstrate all these things that I'm mentioning is to have examples in your answers, all right? Always have examples in your answers. So find examples of a situation whereby you demonstrated good teamwork, great communication skills, and the rest of them. And next advice would be to prepare scenario based questions, like I mentioned before. Using the STAR method, you will be asked situational questions or behavioral questions whereby the interviewer might ask you, example of a time you resolve a conflict. So you use the STAR method to answer this question. So S means situation. What was the situation? What was the challenge? That is what S means. T means task. What was the task? What was your role in that challenge that you were facing? What was your role? A means action. What did you do? What were the steps you took to resolve the situation? All right. And R means the result. What was the result of your action? So, this is how to structure your example answers in situational questions. So, prepare at least 4 situational questions. If you are interested in knowing about situational questions, I have a guide in my description where I gave out answers of several situational questions. All right, check out my description for the STAR method questions and answers. My next advice would be to emphasize on adaptability. Let's not stress about this. Let's continue. Adaptability is simply being able to adapt to changing situations, all right? Protocols and patient needs. You might come to work a particular day and you are the only person covering the ward. That is adaptability. Your team members are on leave, some of them are on sick leave, some of them are on annual leave. So you need to demonstrate adaptability. You have to step in and cover for your absent team members, all right? So I just gave you an answer. The next advice would be to familiarize yourself with policies, all right? NHS policies and the trust policy. My next advice would be for you to show passion and commitment. So you need to show that you're passionate about the role. You need to show that you love the role. All right. You can tell them that your long term goal is for you to advance your skills and all that in being a leader in this particular role, that you have an interest in this particular role. So you need to demonstrate passion, you need to demonstrate commitment. The next tip is for you to dress professionally and be confident. Smile, build rapport with your hiring manager. You have to build rapport with the person that is interviewing you. They have to love you. They will never hire you if you are not welcoming. If you don't have that welcoming aura, you will not be hired. So be smart in your dressing, smile, but don't overdo it. Build rapport when you speak to them. Don't be too serious with your answers, but be very professional, be very structured, and I promise you, you are going to get that next job interview. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in my next video.